Mishnah Hey, Parak Ches Mishnah Hey, the Mishnah says as follows: Ubra sheherecha, a pregnant woman who smelled food and she has a craving for either food or drink. Ma'achilin osa at shetoshiv nafsha. You're allowed to feed her at shetoshiv nafsha until literally her soul is restored. Literally means until she recovers. Now, the Gemara brings a brisa, and the Gemara says as follows: first of all, Ubra sherecha, when a pregnant woman who has a craving to eat something on Yom Kippur, the first thing we do is loichashin lo be'ozna. We whisper something in her ear. What do we say to her? We say Yom Kippur. It's Yom Kippur Hayom. Today is Yom Kippur. We whisper that in her ear. Hopefully that will do the trick. If it doesn't do the trick, then we can give her pachas mikashir. We give her small amounts that we mentioned previously in the parak of what exactly the shir of achila on Yom Kippur is. So we give her less than those shirim. If that doesn't help, then machilin oisa at shetoshav nafsha, we can feed her, no problem. Why is that? Because of course it's pikuach nefesh. It's her life is in danger, and all mitzvahs apart from the three averes chamuras are pushed aside in the case of pikuach nefesh. So since this is not a case of gilurayis, avodah zarah, shvichas damim, immorality, murder, or avodah zarah, so then in pikuach nefesh overrides everything else, and we would therefore feed her. Continues the Mishnah: Choyle, if a person is sick on Yom Kippur, is ill, ma'achilin oso al pi bekiyin. You're allowed to give him to eat on the advice of bekiyin. The Mefarshim explain that's a reference to doctors. V'im ein sham bekiyin, if there are no doctors, ma'achilin oso al pi atzmo. If the chole himself or herself says, I need to eat, Acha Yomah, you're allowed to give them to eat until he says, enough, I've had enough to eat. Now again, the Gemara explains a very interesting halacha. The Gemara says, even if doctors say that it's not necessary for the person to eat, they're fine, they don't need to eat, they can fast, there's no problem. But the chola himself or herself says, it's not true, I need to eat, then the Gemara says that you listen to the chola. You're allowed to listen to the chola, and it's as if you ignore, if you like, what the doctors say. And the Gemara brings a pasuk from Mishlei. The pasuk in Mishlei says, Leiv yodei amoras nafshay. A person himself, with one's own heart, knows his own distress, and therefore he knows better. And that's pshat in the end of the Mishnah. Even in a situation where the doctors say you don't need to eat, if the chola himself or herself says I need to eat, he or she would be allowed to until he says that's enough, I feel okay. That is the end of Mishnah Hey.